touch mine.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this quick and easy lockpick case. Let's get to it. Here's my idea for this. This is going to be the front of the box. I'm going to try to make the box in the style of a bandsaw box, which just means I'm going to cut off the front two sides like this, and then once I have just the center part, I'm going to cut that out in the shape that I want it. So on the inside of this box, it's going to look like this. This is where I'm going to put in my lockpicks. Then I'm going to have them all lined up next to each other so I can see the head of the pick. And I'm going to take these magnets from a toy that I have and put them here to hold down the bottom of the lockpick. Then I can take this part off and take the lockpicks out. So first thing I have to do is find the wood that I want to do this with and cut it to the size that I need it, making the little box. So I'm going to get started on that. This process should be all done on the bandsaw. You can probably do this with hand tools, but it'll be difficult and most likely time consuming. Since my pick is only a 1/16 of an inch thick, I'm going to use this 1/8 inch thick plywood and cut it into the shapes that I want. So this is the box that I'm making. It's really small, as you can see, compared to my finger. It only fits 5 picks in this space. So I'm gonna make 2 of them and stack them on top of each other so I can fit all 10 of my picks in here. So if anyone's wondering why I'm cutting out more boxes, that's why. Anyone who might have been confused with my instructions can see this is what I'm planning. I'm gonna have this base under it. I'm gonna lay them all in here flat with each other, and I'm just gonna put something over this, and then now the heads are gonna stick out. Then I'll put the magnets down here to hold everything in place, and I'm gonna design some type of sheath that can go over the top so that the pick heads don't get broken off. So on to the next step. I think that this has enough thickness in it, since it's more than 2 times the thickness, that I can just put the other picks directly on top of here, not having to worry about them clanging around so much because I'm gonna have the magnets in the bottom. So I'm probably just gonna cut this as a top and then cut another piece as the bottom, put in the magnets and start working on the cover. Now I'm just holding the box together. You can see how this is gonna work. The picks just go in here. I'm gonna put the magnets here and they'll hold them. I mean, they're held in place, but not well at all. So I'm just gonna glue it together, round off all the corners, make it look a little better, drill holes through the bottom, and then put the magnets in. Now I'm just gonna take this beautiful piece of 80 grit sandpaper on my disc sander, and I'm gonna sand down all of these edges so that they're actually flush and don't look like that. I've got the case rounded out, everything looks nice. I need the magnets for the bottom of this, and I'm just gonna take this old toy. It has a bunch of neodymium magnets right here in the tips. You probably won't be able to find this toy because they stopped making it since kids would swallow the magnets and marbles, and you know that causes problems. So you can just go to the store and buy little neodymium magnets, but I thought I'd repurpose these and just use the magnets that I already had, because what's the point of buying brand new ones when I already have perfectly good ones right here. I'm just gonna take this X-Acto knife, I'm gonna cut the plastic, get the little magnets out, drill holes in the bottom, and put them in. So I took the plastic covering off of one of these, and it turns out that it's actually just a full metal tube with the magnet on it, which works. It still sticks. It just means that I can't cut this, and I won't be able to place it only that part, so there might be like a little bit of the magnet sticking out. So as long as I stick with these really small magnets, I can probably put them all in there and then only have this sticking out. a little bit more, which probably won't be too much of a problem. If I really care enough, then I could have them sticking out and try and cut them all off once I glue it in, but we'll see how I like it. So I'm just going to continue cutting off the little plastic casing, and then I'm going to drill the holes. I did end up having to heat up all of the little plastic pieces to be able to get them to melt a little bit for me to cut it off, which was really helpful, and it made it a lot quicker. You probably can just do it with the X-Acto knife, but I figured why not just take the easy route. So I'm going to drill the holes in the bottom of the case and insert these in there and glue them in with super glue, and then I have to start figuring out how I want to make the top to the case. Magnets where I want them. There was a little bit of a chip out right here, so I filled that a little bit with wood, but it's not perfect. So I'm gonna fill this all in with super glue and then maybe rub some sawdust on it to try and help it to stay better. Fits all of my picks, but I now need room for my torque wrenches. So I think I'm just gonna draw a little pencil outline and take an engraver and engrave this design into here. And then what I'm thinking about doing for the top is just maybe forming a piece of plastic or taking some thick cloth or leather or something, putting it over here, and then getting a strap that would go from here all the way around and clip onto the other side, keeping it on. And then that strap would cover this middle part where I keep the torque wrenches, and that would keep everything in place. So right now I'm just going to draw that, and then I'm going to engrave it in there and make sure that these two actually can fit inside. Now that I have that groove in there, I can lay these flat. They aren't completely flat, as you can see. There is still a ridge here, and that's just so I can get them out easier. I think I'm going to paint the inside of this black as best as I can without painting anything else. And then if I do get any black on this, then I can just sand it down and the black will stay in the groove. And that's just to cover up like the deeper spots that are cut in here. And then after that, I will take this short piece of PVC pipe. I'm gonna melt it down as much as I can, and I'm gonna flatten it on this part and hopefully have it overhang a decent amount. Then I will get something to attach a strap to, and I'll be able to strap it on. Cover for it, I'm gonna spray paint these parts black and then just put lacquer on here. The reason that I have this bottom part, because I'm sure a lot of you will wonder, is so that I can hold the picks or hold the tension wrenches in here, and then the top one also holds in the tension wrench and protects the lock picks. So I'm gonna go lacquer this and spray paint these black. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I enjoyed this build. It's really small and simple, I know, and it doesn't really take too much time to do. It's kind of just a side project that I've been wanting to do. I have a little comments about it. This top thing, I don't really like it. It's, I don't know, makes the whole thing kind of bulky. It looks better this way, but it is needed to protect this, and I was thinking of different ways that I could make this, but I can't think of anything better than just a plastic sheet. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give this video a thumbs up or share it if you liked it. If you didn't like it, go ahead and give it a dislike and tell me how crappy I am. I'm outie.